everybody. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for those that are coming back. We wouldn't have this podcast if it wasn't for you guys. And here on the show, we love to celebrate all the little things. So we just want to say thank you to everybody that got us to this position, because now we got to make episode 2. Very excited to see what you guys have in store for us in the comment section, as well as I'm super excited to introduce my special guest today. He's one of the coolest guys that I know. He's a girl dad. He is an intricate part of our little Birchwood family. And today I'll be interviewing Mr. Njabulo Mabuza. Hi.
Hello, Q.
How are you?
I'm good. Happy Women's Month.
Oh, yeah.
To you? Yeah. And to all the female viewers.
Very excited. We are doing this for you guys.
Of course.
So, Trixie, tell me about, or rather tell all of us and everyone that's listening and watching about your journey here at the Birchwood Hotel. Like, how did you get here? Where did you start? How are you now on the board? What's that like?
Sure, it's been a long journey. It's been a very long journey, actually taking me back probably about 13 years now. I started at Birchwood as a learner. I studied hospitality. So I did my course in hospitality management at the International Hotel School. Graduated, but before graduations, I would do my practicals. So I would do theory at school, practicals at hotels. So what are a lot of hotels in Sandton, and eventually wanted to come back home. Home is East Rand, and I asked my practical coordinator to come to the Birchwood. So I did some practicals here. I did kitchen. I did food and beverage. I was a waiter. I was a barman. I was a housekeeper, the best housekeeper, I must say. And yeah, I think I did it all. It started then as a student while I was still at school. I then joined, asked to do some practicals in the sales department, and did that. And yeah, I completed my studies and came back and knocked again for a job at the Birchwood Hotel. And that was after I've been overseas and came back. And I knocked for a job. I got interviewed. I got the job. And I started working in the sales department. But yeah, I don't know where you want me to stop. But should I just keep going about the journey? So yeah, like I said, I did all the departments. And then formal employment came around 2011. That was when I came in and I joined the sales department officially, working with them. And I started from the very bottom, even at the sales department. Remember, I used to make tea and for Greg and Cameron and a gentleman by the name of Isaiah Mabilu, and who now is our GM, Bradley Partridge, was somebody who I was partnered with. I was his junior there. And yeah, I started my journey as a sales support. And all I did was do quotations. That was after my graduation from Teamaker. And I started doing quotations, and that lasted for, I think, a period of a year. Then moved up, promoted into sales executive. From sales executive, I became a key accounts manager. That's when I now had clients of my own. And from then, there was an opening for a sales manager because the then sales manager, Lloyd Marshall, was moving into a GM role. And I interviewed. It was very, 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 very nerve-wracking, considering everybody who was also gunning for the position was older than me by age, and also were my seniors. I think all of them had a hand in training me in my role as key account manager. And yeah, I became sales manager, and I worked for about a year, 2 years, 3 years as sales manager. And then, yeah, eventually got promoted onto the board of Birchwood Hotel. In a nutshell, that's my...
You make it sound easy. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It wasn't easy. But I must say there were some easy parts. I think the easiest part was the culture at Birchwood. You know, it has always been a culture of growth, a culture of cultivating new people to take on responsibility. So I was fortunate. I was very fortunate at Birchwood in the sense where I had mentors. I always knew what was the next step for me, and I always knew where I was going. You know, a big part of my journey is attributed to a lot of people, but my direct mentor, who's now my business partner, was Lloyd Marshall. You know, he was the sales manager there. I always used to talk to him about what I aspire to be. I told them, I want your role. It is your role that I want.
Can I
And
tell you something
tell
so
me.
crazy?
Yes.
So, a lot of people may not know, but the first time I came to Birchwood, you were one of the people that was like inducting us into the culture of Birchwood. And I
Sure.
went home that week
Yes.
and I said to my mom, I said, Mom, I want his job.
And I mean, you did a good job. I mean, from where you started and where you are now, And I think Birchwood has always been that place,
Yeah.
that allows growth. And I think the biggest reason why, out of all the hotels which I was privileged enough to have offers from, I only wanted this place because of the culture, the
Yeah.
culture of people first, So yeah, and then that was my journey. It wasn't easy. When I say that was the easy part, the fact that the culture allowed for growth. Obviously, it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of believing in the dream and the goals which you have. Talk of vision boards. We're big on that. If you see it and it inspires you to keep going, and it answers the question of why you're doing what you're doing. I always tell the learners and the people in class that one gentleman once said to me, and I think this was a very big part of the success of my journey. Said, in whatever you do, always do it to the best of your ability. Whether you're making a cup of tea, make the best cup of tea. Whether you're cleaning a room, clean it the best you can. Whether you're a girlfriend or a boyfriend, be the best partner that you can be. So I carried that throughout and I still do today throughout my professional career, you know, and even in business outside and in anything that I do, that I carry that principle of do the best that you can. So it's not easy to always do the best what you can, where sometimes situations don't allow that. Sometimes you don't feel hospitality is hard.
Yes.
Hospitality is hard. When you're cleaning 15 rooms, you don't feel like smiling.
Yeah.
When you're mopping the floors, back of house, you don't feel like, so it's hard. That's why the why you're doing something has to be big. You have to have a big reason why you're doing something. So, yeah, the journey, I must say, has been an amazing one, incredible. It's actually difficult to think that it's been so long
Yeah.
already, But yeah, it's been a beautiful journey.
That's lovely. I mean, I think that on its own is a testament to something that my dad always says to me. He's like, do whatever it is that you're doing as if God is watching you do
Mm,
it.
mm.
And even with everyone listening, with everyone watching us, is there anything that you could, or maybe more words of wisdom or nuggets of knowledge that you can drop on all of us that are watching and listening?
I always believe in sharing from experience. The only thing I can talk about is what I've went through and what I've experienced. Taking from the words of your dad. And this guy I'm talking about is my dad,
Really?
who told me the words I told you, that always give the best in whatever you do. The one other thing which he told me was, I'm fortunate that I had a figure, a father figure who could tell me such words. He said, never underestimate the power of humble beginnings. There's power in humble beginnings. I don't think that the everything which I could say I've accomplished in my career, I would have the biggest place which was most impactful was when I was in inverted commas and nobody.
Yeah.
That was the biggest place because, I think a lot of us give up because we think we're nobodies. But there's so much power in humble beginnings, so many lessons which I've learned from being at the very bottom. I've been ill treated, I've been spoken to badly, I've been sworn at, both customers and colleagues, and everything negative which has happened or continues to happen in my journey is what I would learn from that. This is exactly what I should not be one day as a leader. So there's really power in those humble beginnings and those stages when you are cleaning a room, when you are sweeping outside. When you are just what you think is a nobody. The biggest lessons for me were there. And I mean, the power of dreams, the power of goals. I firmly believe that has been testament to my journey. I still have my vision board. I've got my vision board in my office there, two of them. And when days are tough, when I'm going through a lot, I look at that vision board. I look at those dreams. I look at everything which I want to acquire. That tells me why I'm doing everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just get lifted again. You know, I
Mhm.
believe in it. I'm a big person who believes in affirmations. You know, I speak life onto my life every single day. Every single day, I affirm certain things. I speak them, and I believe them. And I've seen it work. Everything which I've spoken. I remember the first car I wanted. I couldn't afford it at first. You know, I remember I think this was 2012. I wanted a Golf 6R. I loved that car so much. I loved that car so much. And I kept on speaking to myself that you drive a Golf 6R. You are a key account manager at the Birchwood Hotel. You earn X amount. I didn't earn all of those things. I wasn't driving all that. And I spoke it every day. You know, I have a few affirmations that I put. Some are spiritual, some are work, some are personal. You know, and I'll put them down, maybe five or so, and I'll speak them every day. I still practice that even today. And everything we're talking about virtual journey. In my virtual journey, which I spoke and I had as affirmations, I've acquired it. I've acquired all of it, you know, because I think as soon as you say something and you speak it, you send signals to your mind. If I'm saying I'm the sales manager, I'm going to make sure that I'm the first one in and the last one out. Because I remember I've got this goal. I've got this goal which I must attain. If I say I drive a Golf 6R, I'm going to make sure that I save every penny and work so hard that I can acquire more money, you know, to get it. So it's a principle that has worked. I've seen worked for me and continues to work for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you guys are taking notes. Really, I do. For anyone that's listening and watching us, I hope you guys are really tuning in and understanding the power behind the words that you speak to yourself and even the words that you speak to one another. So, on that,
Yeah.
can you like just give us an insight? I mean, like for you, what are your like favorite things about Birchwood as someone that works here, someone that kind of is like in charge of all of this, and also someone that frequently visits this place and
Yeah.
as an outsider or a guest, what are your favorite things about Birchwood?
And I can answer it as an outsider and an insider because I am sometimes a guest here,
Yeah.
but also I'm a big insider. My favorite thing about Birchwood Hotel, I mean, it's our people.
Yeah.
I think Birchwood Hotel has the best people ever. You know, the smiles around this property. You know, we obviously invest a lot in those trainings and making sure that people, this business is successful because of the people. You know, and really the fact that look, we've got a beautiful property. The fact that we've got 665 accommodation rooms. We've got plenty conference centers, all fully booked today. By the way, which is fantastic news. Is great, but that's not the biggest thing about Birchwood. What excites me, my favorite thing, is the people. Is walking by, seeing the smile of a gardener. You know, is walking by, greeting somebody, high fiving the kitchen team. You know, and the smiles. I think I always say to the operations team that Birchwood is these guys are a bunch of magicians. How we just able to this operations team. I don't think any other hotel does what we do. I mean, we'll get a booking today for tomorrow for 1,000 people. We'll be done.
Yeah.
We'll get a booking now for 2 hours time. It'll be done. We'll get a booking now. Say there's a crowded reception. It will be done. You know. So I think, and that shows the heart of the people that you know. Birchwood is blessed and fortunate to have the people which we have on the organization. So, Hugh, my favorite part is the people. Honestly, I love it. I come here looking forward to seeing people. I come here looking forward to greeting, speaking with my colleagues, and just giving service to the people who are our guests. You know, obviously, I wouldn't leave our guests out of here. You know, we've got very loyal guests who I think most of our relationships here, most of our guests are based on our relationships. You know, we've got so much repeat business. We've got new business, but our customers, obviously, they're the oil. You know, they keep us going. And yeah, I'd say our guests and our people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
But just segue. I hope you guys have noticed we have changed the venue for the day. We're in one of our luxury suites, so feel free to book now while they're still available. Feel free to book. You know, we're gonna change it up every other week, so hopefully that you guys are enjoying so far. But I would also like to ask you a little personal question.
Okay.
So, for the ones that do not know, and just see you walking around the premises. Mr. Njakes over here is a girl dad.
Yeah.
So he's got two cute, scrumptious little girls. So tell us more about
Oh,
what
man.
your family is like, how you feel being dad.
Yeah, man. Number one, I never wanted to be a dad. I never even wanted to be a husband. So, true story. I never saw myself being a husband. I never saw myself being a father. But wow, it's been probably one of the biggest blessings in my life. It's been one of the biggest blessings uh, to 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 have my wife, who's blessed me with two beautiful girls. The first one is Mihle. She's 8. She's a diva of note. She's amazing. She's amazing. We just got her report actually yesterday. She did amazing. She did excellent at school. And then we've got our mischievous 4-year-old Alwande. So yeah, I mean, uh, I- everything I do for my girls. I do for my girls. You'll see in my registration it says MAB. Most people think that's for Mabuza, but it's not for Mabuza. It's abbreviation for my girls' names. It's Mihle, it's Alwande, and it's Botselo. So they mean everything to me. They make me wake up every day. I love them. They drive me crazy at times. Do you know I live with 5 women at home?
How do you survive?
Being the only male, I live with 5 women. I've got my 2 girls. Got my eldest daughter. Those are those Ulitlile. So it's 3 girls, and I've got obviously my wife, and we've got an auntie who we love to bits. But yeah, they can be a handful.
Yeah.
So as much as I love them, but goodness, I need my me time at times. So, but yeah, they're beautiful part of my life. They are my engine. They keep me going. And I'm very very fortunate and blessed that I've got them in my life. So yeah, I'm a girl dad. It comes with its hiccups, its challenges, especially when they're gonna go to their teen years. And they start dating. And yeah, so yeah, I get worried about that time. But hey, it's gonna happen. But yeah, but I love them. They're a big part of my life, and like I say, everything I do for them.
That's so sweet. That actually reminds me of a quote
Sure.
from a movie. So this dad, he's explaining, or rather expressing his love for his family, and he says, "Reasons to live give reasons to die."
Oh man.
So your girls are your reasons to live.
Yeah, that's so profound. Yeah, that's so profound. Yeah. No, they're everything to me. They're amazing. They're amazing.
Have kids, guys.
Take your time. Take your time. They're bloody expensive, so I'll tell you that. So yeah. No, they're expensive. I mean, you want the best for your kids, So, but that comes at a cost. So it's not they're not cheap. So yeah, but that's why I always encourage even the people I mentor. I encourage that take your time. Obviously a child is a blessing, from above, but take your time. Take your time.
I'm in no rush.
Take your time. Because you will want to do the best for your kids. So you don't want to settle for less because of affordability. So take your time. It's the economy is not getting any cheaper. So it needs proper planning. I know other people don't believe in planning for children. I do. We planned our children. We planned our children, and thank goodness they came, and thank God they came as planned. There was no oopsie, there was no surprise. So yeah, they're expensive.
That's lovely. So I just staying on the topic of like maybe a lot more of your personal stuff. Can you tell us maybe a secret talent that you have, a skill that people may not know about? You're a DJ or a pilot.
So I'm not a DJ. I attempted a few weeks ago at the Champagne Bar. I was told I was good, but I think that was because all of the people there report to me and they don't want to upset me. So no, I'm not a DJ. I think I suck at it. Talent which people don't know about. I play soccer. I grew up in a soccer environment. I played soccer for quite a big chunk of my childhood and actually growing up. Um, I love to sing, but I can't. But I love it so much. I love to dance, but I can't. So I'm quite an open book. I don't know what the viewers may probably don't know about me, but yeah, I love to sing. I'm very social. I love music, and I love my girls. You know.
He said, "That's all. I just love my girls, and that's it." But okay, so our last question for you on our little corner of the internet is: with the festive season coming up, or rather, we are fast approaching the festive season.
Yeah.
Is there anything that people can look forward to? Any specials we're running? Any new events that might pop up on their feed? Anything that you'd like to tell the guests that are watching about the new stuff that could be coming out from
Look, there's
Birchwood?
always something new at Birchwood. There's always something new at Birchwood because we believe in one thing: we should never be caught flat-footed. You know, we're always on our toes. So there's lots coming up. You know, from a more corporate side, we are busy with a plan of renovating. We want to convert Terminal B. For those who know Terminal B, it's currently a venue which we use, a banquet venue. We do some conferences in there as well. We're trying to convert that into a restaurant, lounge, uh, DJ booth environment. It's going to be very, very beautiful. Actually, saw the plans about 3 weeks ago. Very excited about the project. We converting that so that because and that is us listening to our guests. The sales manager last time spoke about that we need to have an ear for our guests, and our guests and feedback is what drive every action which we take here at Birchwood. So we people who stay in those in that side of our rooms, we call them the World Cup rooms, Mandumba. People who stay that side normally feel that they are away from everything else, from the buzz, from the So we've created, and it's a valid point. When you're that side, it could feel like you're away because everything is far from you. So we want to convert that because we've been getting a lot of that feedback. Convert that Terminal B into a place which will keep people there. People will love it. I know it's going to be high in demand. I've seen the drawings; they are amazing, and we're going to do it. We've also started changing the bed sizes. Another feedback from our customers with the bed sizes were too small, so we've converted all those beds just short of 50 to go. We've got over 200 rooms that side, so we've converted those into. We've got nice big single beds in there. Guests are loving them. The complaints have stopped on that end. That's from front office. Heard it myself. So that's from a corporate side. We're doing that venue change. We want to renovate 10 and 20th block. Our property is old. It's an old property, and it's important that we keep maintaining it at all times. So those are the projects which are coming up on that side. From a social space and eventing space, there's exciting events coming up. December after the 15th is quite time for us. It's literally dead. We're going to be chock-a-block from here up until then. It's busy. But from then, we've got a few events lined up. There's an event on Christmas Eve, which we're hosting, and we've partnered with somebody, and we've been hosting it for 2 years now, which is called SJ and Friends. We've partnered with them. We're going to be having that. It's a bit of a tradition now. Our customers love it. They come and enjoy it, and we chill in the garden and have some great fun there. We've got a few events coming up lined up this Friday, Women's Day. We're celebrating you on an all black event, which is a soul and R&B session. We've got Wilson B. Ngosi coming. We've got Tibos. We've got Ishmael Abrams. We've got a whole lot of great local lineup. Greg. It's going to be a beautiful event in Terminal A. There's quite a few events as well off-site where we take our clients, we invite our clients, and we go off-site. We were there last week in one of them called Winter Wonderland. We've got 3 others coming up in the year. We've got Greg's event in September, Exclusive White. Our guests are welcome to come. The more business you give us, the more invites you get. So we take our guests there. We've got our own marquee. So we've got a whole lot going on. Just keep watching our socials, keep watching these podcasts. We've got a Birchwood channel now, WhatsApp channel. So that's where we'll post all of those things coming. We've got something exciting, which has been driven by the marketing team, which is the Birchwood app, which will give all of these updates. Guti, where is Birchwood? Where are we? What's happening? And so it's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to talk about in a couple of minutes, but we are always doing something new. We listen to the customers and we put action to it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mabuza, for coming today. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Oh man, thank you for having me. I feel honored to be called in this amazing podcast. So I really feel honored. Thank you for having me, and thank you to all the listeners who listened to me go on and on and on. So you're very patient, I must say.
So, thank you guys once again for tuning in. We can't wait to see what your comment sections are looking like. We can't wait to see who you want to see on the next episodes and more of the stuff to come on our side. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to check out all our other social media platforms, and we can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye.
Also, thank you to you. You're an amazing host. You're an amazing host. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you for being so exciting. Thank you for all the work that you and your department are doing. You know, we're seeing the changes. Looking forward to the women's event, the staff event as well. So thank you to you for all your hard work. And this was your brainchild as well. So thank you very much. Appreciate you, Q.
Bye, guys.
Bye.